Okay, in this tutorial we're going to handle the login and some design aspects that we are going to add. So first of all, I want to add some logo. So I pre-made a logo, which is over here. This is the logo. JS, the real deal. This is the name of our project. So go ahead and on the website, right click and add a folder. Add a new folder. Call it assets. Right click, open folder in File Explorer. Now take your logo and put it in right here. Now what we need to do, let me show you the website. We want to put the image right here in the center, okay? And I want it to be relative. It means that if I'm going to minimize the page, I want it to stay in the center. There are many ways to do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set this image to be a background image. I'm going to do it inside this div tag. So create this div tag, and now let's put it inside a style for now. Later on we will move it to class. So height, it is 98 pixels, and background image is gonna get a URL, which is this folder, assets, and inside we have the demo logo .png. If I'm going to refresh it over here, I'm going to see this. So if I'm going to run it now, you will see it's many times. To stop this behavior, we need to say background set it on no repeat. Okay, so now it will only appear once, and the last thing we need to do is to put background position on the center. That's it. So we have now this JavaScript the real deal logo, and it's, as you can see, always in the center. Now let's take care on the login screen. Well, I could put it here, but I decided to change my mind and to do a little bit more work so it will be better looking. And my idea was that the first time we're entering the site, we will see here the same square, only empty, with login message. So let's do this. But to do this, we need first of all to hide what we've just done. So what we're going to do, we are going to toggle this all area and with the login. So before we log in, all this is going to be display none, and after we log in, I'm going to display this as a display block, basically. So we make two divs, and this is the div that is login area, and this is going to be the pane area. Okay, the login area should get now some design. And to make it easier for me, I'm going to design it in here. So let's take this login area, and first of all, we're going to give it a width and a height, so we can see it, of 100%, because we want it to be relative to its parent. So now if we are standing on it, it's going to be the same size as its parent. Now the position is going to be relative because we're going to put stuff inside of it, and the color, the background color, is going to be the same as the pane, this color. We want it to be the same. And what we're going to do is basically we're going to toggle this thing. So it will hide the login area. We will display this none and display this block. So let's copy this and let's create a class out of it, and we will call it a login area. Let's take the login area and put it here. And inside the login area, we need, no, let's refresh. Let's see why it's not working. We have this class, right? So, the class. Well, sometimes Chrome is not willing to cooperate, so we need to remove the cache. You can hold and press and go to the third one to remove the cache from Chrome, because the browser wants to help you by saving all the data and not loading it every time you are refreshing. So you can just simply clean the cache and it will solve the problem. So the second thing we want to do, we want to make the title, right? So let's create a span element. It says login. Now you can see it's located over here. It's not nice. So let's position it absolute. And we'll give it font size. Font weight. $600. And color, I really don't like this so much. Same as the background. And left 50%, and a little bit less. And top, let's start with 2%. Like 10% is good. Let's see. Looks nice. So we put it the login. Now let's copy our style. So we've added now the login area. Now I want to add some login, input. So the user could put some username, password. So let's create another div that is going to be the inputs. So here we are going to have two inputs. First one is going to be type text, not telephone text. For the login, ID, login, username. And the other one is going to be password. And before it says username, let me see. Okay, we need to position them accordingly. Now if you want to put the password underneath the username, then you need to tell each and every element over here that it should be positioned in a different place. To do this, we need to put them inside their own divs. We're going to put the username and the password inside the divs, and let's just copy what we've done in the div already. So we won't lose it. Now we have them one underneath the other, and I can say, okay, let's make this padding top of 15 pixels, and I could do another container to move them both. Say like this, maybe, and inside the second one, padding top 15 pixels. So now we have this one over here, and this one over here, and now we have the same behavior. And now another thing I want to set up here is these squares. They're not really nice, so what we will do, login area, design only the username area, and we want to say something like this: border none, border bottom we want 1 pixel solid. Let's do it black now, so we will be able to see it. Background color transparent, and width, let's make it a little bit smaller, something like 90 pixels. That's fine. Color, say beige, and that's it basically. So now when I'm going to write, I will have this. Now you see this square, but basically it's, you know what, outline none. So now we don't have it. Okay, let's take this and put it as a class. Input style, and we will take this input, we will put it in each input. Great. Let's refresh, and we have an input. Want it to be in the middle. So it's basically 40%, and we could take the input itself line and extend it maybe a little bit, something like 110. Excellent. So let's adjust this to 40 and this one to 110, and refresh. Excellent. Now we need the login button, so let's add a button. Over here we're going to add another div, input type button, and value login. Let's see. So as you can see, we have this button. Let's position it. Let's just press on it. Inspect element. And we are going to reposition it. So position absolute top. Something like here, right? This is a style on the div, the container itself. And we're going now to add some class over here to the button. So login button is going to have let's say width of 50 pixels. Let's say height of 30 pixels. Background not image, background color. Let's roughly choose something bluish, something like this. Let's set the color of the text, something like this. No border and no outline. Let's take this login button and put it here. Let's see the result. Great. Now it doesn't really look or feel right. So let's change a little bit the colors. Maybe we will put this color, right? It's a color. Now it should feel right. Now I want to change a little bit the color when I'm hovering the button and when I'm pressing it. So let's refresh, and as you can see, it's changing the color. Now let's just change those colors to what we want. So we have in Chrome another cool feature that I can press on this hover and I can active the hover state. And let's choose choose a color, maybe this one. And then active. Let's see if it fits first of all. See if it works good. Great. And when we press, we want also a different color, and it will be maybe, let's see, active, something really dark, so the flow is going to be kept. Yeah, excellent. So I see this guide is becoming pretty long. So what we will do, we will stop here, and in the next one we will actually give the login a function. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.